Again, very interestingly, if you're saying the first half is the elevated half, the second half of the sentence, K'chol asher tzivauto Elokim kenasa, everything that God told him that's what he did. That sounds like the more elevated. But what are we saying? Vayas Noach. Noach just took it and ran for everything that it was capable of doing. And what's the second half? No, he just followed the details. He maybe just did letter of the law, not spirit of the law. So Vayas Noach is, he did letter and spirit of the law, and K'chol asher tzivauto Elokim kenasa, he just did letter of the law.
So that still goes in keeping the
first half is the more elevated, right? He did spirit of the law and letter of the law. The second is no, he just did letter of the law. So obviously some things he did in an elevated fashion, and some things he did just to get it done.
Or can you argue that in the same way as the Parsha opens, right? So there's the Havamina, maybe not so much, yes so much. And look, Kadosh Baruch Hu is giving credit. Listen, you only did this much, but I'll give you credit for the whole thing, as if you did it completely. Vayas no, yeah, you fulfilled everything. Okay, in reality, you only did a little bit, but I'm going to give you credit for the whole consummation.
That's nice.
Kechol Tlisha Gdola. So Tlisha Gdola will remember, looks back on the things before and then moves it forward and emphasizes the word.
Wait, Talush with the Talush is separated from. I'm trying to before you find out from the other person. I want to because we know Hebrew and Liflosh is to right.
Mm-hmm.
So that could fit in somehow. Whatever. Don't work with that.
He gathered all edible substances he could find, with the idea that, like most, it would be useful in the box when a need for it would arise, as denoted by the shape and placement of the reading mark. So again, Tlisha Gdola goes at the beginning. It starts from the stuff before and moves it forward. So everything that he's going to take is going to be what's going to move forward. It's going to be what's going to be needed for the future. Asher, Pashta, that. Number 4, it was the result, after God had informed Noach that everything he would prepare for the box will prove to be useful and the right kind, as stressed by the directional shape of the reading mark. Pashta looks forward and slightly emphasizes the word, so everything that was necessary would in fact serve its proper purpose. Tziva, Mercha, had ordered, number 5. So Mercha can roll some of the previous concepts into it, but pushes forward into what goes after it. Had ordered. For achieving successful results, God had ordered Noach to make attempts and show initiative, while positive results will follow spontaneously, as shown by the directional shape of the reading mark.
Well, what's under Oto? What letter?
Severe.
Did you see that? You can't see that.
I didn't
know it was a Tavir at first.
Yeah,
so it is a Tavir. So the Mercha is leading into the Tavir.
So did we do the Tavir right now or no?
We haven't yet. We're still on Tziva.
We're still on Tziva.
Oh,
the Mercha.
Tavir is the one with the belly button.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't really see.
No, I thought it was like and I thought the Tziva was Amunah. How do you like that?
So what had ordered is going to lead into the results. So Tziva is going to go into Oto with him, with the Tavir, number 6. Just as he was promised a blessing regarding the food for the ark, so it would be with him while he would try to find and collect it, as suggested by the shape of the reading mark. So again, this is that sheltered concept that something is being protected by something else. So the stuff that he was ordered to gather is going to have some protection.
To preserve it and all that.
To preserve it and to make sure that it's adequate and the right stuff.
But that must have been one of his questions. How is this going to stay fresh?
Preserve it and conserve it. Mm-hmm. Because it has to last, and they don't know how long it is.
Elokim, God above. Number 7, This is a tipcha. Tipcha looks back to what is before and rolls that concept in. Noach's endeavors were supervised by God above, who directed him to find the proper food, and his eyes were open to discover them, as expressed by the reverse directional shape of the reading mark. So everything that was commanded to him by God, who is going to make sure that the stuff that Noach was commanded is going to be the adequate stuff and the stuff that is in fact required.
I would have thought by the eyes are open that it was. I was like the beer looks like an eye, you know what I mean? But it's not. That was on the Oto. It wasn't on the. It's sort of a joke.
Cain, so with a mercha. So mercha is going to perhaps roll some of the stuff from before into it, but lead into the next concept. It was so that while Noach looked for those foods, he found them easily, as specified by the directional shape of the reading mark. So again, this is going to roll in all of this stuff that Noach was asked to collect. It's going to be so that asa, he made. Sof pasuk. Subsequently, Noach obeyed all heavenly instructions, and he made efforts to do as he was told. So, if you'll notice again, we're saying that the second half is the less elevated description. Noach is doing, physically managing to do something, but in the first one it's vayas, and he's why are we saying the one is more elevated? So because they're both forms of the same verb.
What?
So one. So.
It's hard to see that the part with God's name is the least elevated. It's hard to goes against.
Well, no, but I think.
Yeah, I think we expressed it before. Is that it's spirit of the law versus letter of the law.
So the letter of the law is the one with God's name in it, or?
Yes. So that's right. Even though that's all that he would, he did, sort of follow the instructions. He just followed the instructions. So the part with God's name in it, he followed those instructions. Vayas is he achieved its potential.
So the way this is supposed to go, you're saying he did. There's two parts to what Noach did, or?
Torah sentences are almost always divided into two parts.
Right.
And
it's always this elevated lower thing across the board.
That seems to be the poetic. That seems to be the poetic element that's there.
Is that what Dr. Seaman does, or is that just before him even?
Before him. That's. So maybe we're gonna end here because we're into the.
But we can't end until we sing the song.
Well, I thought you were gonna sing.
Oh, I will, but what's interesting is what we said before, that at the same time, even though we break it down into individual words, it's a balancing act, because you can't lose sight of that. Of course they're individual words, but they also do fit into a sentence. So even though we're struggling now to fit the lower and the higher level, when you do read the whole pasuk at the end, both parts do fit together, because he did what God said. So in its totality, even...
But that's with anything, context.
I know, I'm not arguing, I'm just...
In any language or this or...
That's what I'm saying. Even though we think, like, how can it be more elevated with the part without God, in the whole sentence when you put it together, it's... Or maybe
we're going to finish an aliyah.
Right, we're
going to finish the first.
Oh, this is how do you know? This is Vayas
Noach kechol asher tziva oto Elokim kein asa.
No, if it's the end of aliyah, that's the way you end an aliyah. That's the way you end a soup. You're very true. I'm disappointed you're Jabir.
Elokim kein asa.
As opposed to
Elokim kein asa.
I'll do it anymore.
Difference? I'm sorry. I don't know if I heard the difference.
You heard?
He has more.
See, she doesn't hear it though.
But that I'm not.
No, I'm saying I want to hear the difference more. But yeah. No, but I'm saying, okay, yeah.
What's the difference?
No.
Nothing more.
It's just
so,
more pitch of
like if
standard.
you
Louder.
see somebody playing on a piano, that's called noodles. He's got more noodles.
Gotcha.
I think.
But how do you know this is sheni? Just because you know.
Yes.
Right.
And also because I have a Chumash open here.
There you go.
It says
She
sheni
knows.
on it. But,
There you go.
but by the way,
How many psukim did you do today?
Yeshua,
Yes,
Rabbi
Shikoa.
Jeff.
3 or 4.
Yes,
Thank
Shikoa.
you, Yeshua, Rabbi
Excellent.
Jeff.